Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. We are just going to see an example which will emphasize the power of VBA. Consider that you are a data analyst and you are receiving a file full of text characters, any random characters, and you may want to isolate those random characters based on some unique characteristic or a set of strings or a set of common words. How would you do that? Let's say, for example, in the sheet I have got one text character called as name. I may receive inputs where the misspellings can happen in several different ways. There can be substitution error, there can be error of omission, there can be name change, there can be character replacements, so on and so forth. But how are we able to understand that all of these belong to us? They have a similar characteristic to the test string that I'm having? For such instances, to a lesser degree, we can use functions like mid, we can use functions like length, we can use functions like left. These are all text functions that are available in your Microsoft Excel. However, for examples like these, wherein the text itself can be placed within a huge text, it becomes very difficult to compare every character. So you might not be very successful if the word is misspelled and it's a part of another string. It's really hard to have such simple formula and uh, you know in combinations write a complex formula. So in such instances, we can write our custom functions. So VBA can be coming to our help. So let's look at an example. Let's go to the developer tab and I'll explain to you what this particular macro does. Now if you see here, this is a set of text that I have in column A. Then I have the test string that is placed in cell B1. Then I want to say that, okay, with 60% accuracy, I want to isolate all the texts that match this particular text. So what do? I just delete this. So whenever I'm going to hit Control L, it's going to isolate all the texts and then I'm going to put it over here in this column C. Let me keep the accuracy of, let's say, 50%. And let me hit Control L. So you get all the texts that have 50% match in sequence that we can see here. So in this way, we are able to isolate all the strings so that if required, these can be corrected and analyzed further. So whenever we want any kind of custom functionality to be built which is not provided by Excel, the macros can really help you to achieve that functionality. Hope you have been able to understand the importance of macros. Just as a glimpse, let me just show you how this macro is running. So this is under a module called string functions. So the string functions has two functions that we can see. One is functions that takes the two strings from column A one by one and then compares it to the test string in cell B1. So this is the code for that, and this is the subroutine which will call this particular function and compare and give us the results according to the accuracy that we provide. So in this particular way, you can write your own custom functions and you can reduce your task of complex analysis. Hope you have understood this particular use case. Do let me know what are the other use cases that come to your mind to write your own VBA functions. So knowing VBA will really help you as a data analyst to scale up in your career, and wish you all the very best. Thanks a lot.